The next part of 8.1 that you really need to know about is on the top of page 492. It's the Pythagorean triples. This isn't something you have to memorize, but the more familiar you are with the triples, the easier work is going to be. So I highly recommend that you're familiar with these. Okay, so the Pythagorean triple are three numbers that work in a right triangle so that every time you apply the Pythagorean theorem, it's a whole number. And there's some very common triples that you need to know. So they are 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 7, 24, 25. As you can see, all of these work out to be whole numbers. A squared plus b squared applies in each one of these cases. Works out to a whole number so you don't have any square roots, any radicals, just nice and even. Another interesting thing about triples is not only do the triples work in a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but any multiple of the triples would work as well. For example, I know that 3, 4, 5 is a triple because 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. But let's say I doubled each one of these. If I check this one, as you can see, if I just take 3, 4, 5 and double each number, my answer still works out to be a nice whole number. Another example, let's say that I took and I multiplied each one of these by 3. That would make it a 9, 12, 15. Again, even if I multiply it by 3, it still works out to be a whole number. This is something you want to look for when you're trying to find a missing side of a triangle. So instead of doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared and all the work, if you recognize it as a triple, then you're done. Here's a simple example that would show you that if you know your triples, you're going to save yourself some time. Here I have a right triangle, and I've got one leg 30, one leg 40, and I'm looking for the hypotenuse. So one way would be to take 30 squared plus 40 squared, set it equal to x squared, and solve. But if I notice this is a 3, 4, 5, just multiplied by 10, all I have to do to find my answer is say, hey, 30, 40, 50. Notice that 30 divided by 10 is 3, 40 divided by 10 is 4, 50 divided by 10 is 5. It's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Here's another example where a triple might save you some time. Instead of going x squared plus 7 squared equals 25 squared, I know that there's a triple of 7, 24, and 25. That fits in this pattern. The hypotenuse is 25, one of the legs is 7. This leg has to be 24.
Well, it's another great day to be a Titan.